Rome was the center of the world, powerful, wealthy, brilliant, and broken. The streets echoed with military boots. Temples towered over the city. The emperor demanded loyalty. Pleasure was celebrated. Violence was entertained. And darkness often disguised itself as success. In that world, a former persecutor named Paul wrote a letter to ordinary followers of Jesus. Not kings, not generals, not philosophers, to ordinary believers trying to shine in an extraordinary darkness. His message wasn't escape the world. His message was, wake up. Because the night is almost over and the day is coming. Today, the message might be even more relevant than when Paul first wrote it nearly 2,000 years ago. Welcome to Beyond Belief. Have you ever done something completely embarrassing before you were fully awake? I have. One morning, I brushed my teeth with face wash. Didn't realize it until my mouth started foaming like I've just eaten a dishwasher tablet. Another morning, I walked confidently into the wrong car. The owner was sitting inside, and he looked terrified. I looked confused. We just stared at each other. Then I quietly closed the door and pretended nothing had happened. Because here's the thing. When you're only half awake, you make decisions you'd never make if you were fully alert. Now, here's the uncomfortable question. What if some of us are living our spiritual lives exactly like that? Eyes open, but souls asleep. Busy, but unaware. Religious, but not awake. And Romans 13 asks one haunting question. What if Jesus isn't waiting for us to become smarter? He's waiting for us to wake up. Welcome, everyone. I'm so grateful you joined me today. Whether you're listening while driving, walking, washing dishes, or maybe lying awake, wondering if life has to feel this heavy, thank you for letting me spend these few next minutes with you. This is Beyond Belief, where we move beyond knowing about God to experience life with Him. Today, we're opening one of Paul's most urgent passages, Romans 13, verse 8 to 14. It's not comfortable. It's not casual. It's an alarm clock. I remember staying up almost the entire night finishing a project. By the time morning arrived, I wasn't functioning. Coffee didn't help. Fresh air didn't help. I was technically awake, but mentally somewhere else. Have you noticed? Being tired changes everything. You snap quicker. You hear criticism where there isn't any. Small problems feel enormous. Simple decisions become exhausting. Sleep affects how we see reality. Spiritually, the same thing happens. Sometimes we don't notice we've drifted. Not because we stopped loving Jesus, but because we slowly stopped paying attention. One compromise, one distraction, one disappointment, one postponed prayer. Until eventually, our faith isn't gone. It's just asleep. Let's be honest. Life is noisy. Notifications, emails, breaking news, financial pressure, family expectations, deadlines, politics, algorithms competing for every second of our attention. We're connected to everyone and somehow disconnected from ourselves. We know what's happening on the other side of the world, but often don't know what's happening inside our own hearts. We scroll endlessly, hoping one more video, one more purchase, one more achievement will finally quiet the restlessness. But it doesn't, because exhausted souls cannot be entertained into peace. You can be awake to the world and asleep to God. Let's hear Paul's words, Romans 13, verse 11 to 14. The hour has already come for you to wake up from your slumber, because our salvation is nearer now than when we first believed. The night is nearly over. The day is almost here. So let us put aside the deeds of darkness and put on the armor of light. Imagine hearing those words for the first time. The Roman Empire looked unstoppable. Darkness appeared to be winning. Caesar looked permanent. Followers of Jesus looked insignificant. Yet Paul says the night is almost over. He doesn't say the darkness isn't real. He says it won't last forever. Think about that. Every sunrise in history has interrupted a night that believed it would never end. Every single one. Darkness has never defeated dawn, not even once. And Paul says the same is true of God. No matter how dark your season, morning is already on the way. Paul continues, put aside the deeds of darkness. Notice he doesn't say fight darkness with more darkness. He doesn't say argue louder, hate harder, judge more. He says take it off like dirty clothes, then put on Christ. It's the language of getting dressed. Every morning, before anyone sees you, you choose what you will wear. Paul says, choose Jesus. Every single day. Darkness isn't defeated by discussing light, but by wearing it. Imagine standing on a mountain just before sunrise. It's cold, silent. Everything is gray. You can't tell where the land ends or where the sky begins. Then, one tiny line of gold appears on the horizon. Not dramatic, just light. The mountains haven't moved. The valleys haven't disappeared. But suddenly, everything looks different. Not because the world changed, because light arrived. And that is the gospel. Jesus does not always remove the valley immediately. Sometimes he simply becomes the sunrise. Some of you think your story is ending. God says, it's only 4 a.m. Wait for the sunrise. Paul begins Romans 13 with one command. Owe no one anything except to love one another. Love isn't just something Christians do. Love is evidence we've awakened. Because sleeping people protect themselves. Awake people give themselves away. So, what does waking up actually look like? Maybe it means forgiving someone you've been rehearsing arguments against. Maybe it means deleting the habit that's been quietly stealing your soul. Maybe it means praying again, serving again, dreaming again, trusting again. Or maybe it's simply believing that Jesus hasn't given up on you. Because he hasn't. The enemy whispers, it's too late. Jesus whispers, wake up. Now listen carefully. Paul does not say wake up because you failed. He says wake up because morning is coming. And there's a huge difference. One produces shame. The other produces hope. Jesus never wakes people with condemnation. He wakes them with possibility. Can you imagine standing outside on the morning Jesus walked out of the tomb? The earth trembling, the stone rolled away, death defeated, darkness finished. That sunrise changed every sunrise after that forever. Because now, every morning reminds us, resurrection always has the final word. The same sunrise that defeated the grave is rising over your life. Here are 3 simple thoughts. Wake up, lay down darkness, put on Jesus. Repeat tomorrow. Simple Not easy, but life-changing. In this coming week, before you touch your phone, before email, before social media, before the news, simply pray, Jesus, help me to wear you today. That's it. One prayer, 1 week. Watch what changes. And now, may you wake to the voice of grace instead of guilt. May you recognize dawn even while it's still dark. May you wear Christ with courage, gentleness, humility, and joy. May your life become proof that light still shines and darkness still cannot overcome it. If this episode encouraged you, subscribe to Beyond Belief, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs hope today. Remember, faith is not about escaping reality. It is about seeing reality through the light of Jesus. I'll see you next time. Until then, stay awake, stay faithful, and keep living beyond belief. Tomorrow morning, the sun will rise, whether you're ready or not. The question isn't whether dawn is coming. The question is whether you'll wake up and walk in the light. Grace and peace. God bless.